Hello everyone, I am back, and I'm here to bring you some more Analogue. Let's get back into this. I think I already read this. Back to block 5. Yes, I've got new information. This is new as well. I think I'll start with this. Do you recall in my last letter I mentioned the pale bride being brought into the household? I take back any kind words I might have said about her. That awful child is nothing but the most insufferable person I have ever met. I just thought that I would have a little more time of peace with young Sook's adopted mother visiting her own family. I have been given full responsibility over that miserable child. What happened to my promised domestic bliss? She's in trouble so often one would think she were a boy. She acts like one too. I suppose it can't be helped. She says she lived her first 12 years in the past, and I can see it. She certainly acts as though she's from a less civilized time. Just last night, she made a huge scene at dinner time. She kept trying to rudely leave the table in front of young Sook and father-in-law, loudly insisting that she was too sick to eat. She has said this before too. I was worried, so I had a doctor examine her. She is, of course, in perfect health. When I asked why she thought otherwise, she started talking about how pale and thin she was. She's not truly unhealthy. All she was doing was rubbing it in that she is far more delicate and beautiful than I am. What a cruel little child. Why must she be so spiteful to me? Okay, let's see what it's all about this. I kind of want the reply from her mother, to be honest. Okay, go ahead, explain. Okay. Well, I'm thinking from a culture standpoint, it would make sense to them. Okay. It's alright. Okay, now to get more on the other person. Very well, I can give you. Alright, more information. Let's go to the bride's adolescence. The pale bride grew to be a fine, demure young wife, but she was not always this way. Near the end of the year 319, she had a temper unruly enough to be mistaken for a boy's. Do not look upon her wild days with disapproval. She was from another, less civilized time. Rather, look upon her eventual submission as a testament to her good character and I don't know how to pronounce it. That she was able to overcome such wild nature for the sake of the Kim family and the sake of her husband. One evening, she stormed into the common room while I was discussing business matters with a debatee. "We need to talk," she demanded loudly. When I indicated I was busy, that only caused her to become even louder. "Right now." Embarrassed, I was forced to excuse him to address the child. "Is this a joke? Are you serious? You've made wedding plans," she shrieked at me. Please calm yourself, I told her, and she sat her down. After admonishing her for her rude interruption, I tried to do what I could to calm her myself. It seemed that she was a rather bizarre set of expectations, that she wouldn't marry until she was many years after growing into a woman, that she would elope with any love-struck man who came her way with no regard for her own chastity, and that she would have no assistance or protection in finding a suitable husband. Simply put, her ideas were as bizarre as they were dangerous, and for this she had gotten angry at the news, rather than excitement that one would expect from a girl who had found out she would be getting a husband. Not even the sensational news that it would be to the Emperor, of all people, would claim her. Please don't put too much weight into that. A less civilized time, he says. Can you believe that, man? I'm not giving you any more from him. It's not relevant. It's all just ignorant, patriarchal stupidity. What an awful man. Okay, let me go back to the rest of this. See what we've got. Nothing here, just back to the block index. Got more in block 9 now. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, what's about the new wife? My new wife moved in last week, and she's been pestering me ever since. Everywhere I go in the house, she's either following me or waiting outside the door. The first time it happened, it unnerved me like nobody would believe. The most recent time, I'd stopped being unnerved and moved on to just plain annoyed. I only had one thought: why won't the silly girl just give me some peace? No wonder her parents were so anxious to send her to our home. Hours before, she'd been hanging around in the room. I finally kicked her out when my mathematics tutor arrived. The session went without any hitch, aside from reminding me how much I hate the damned subject. And after a few hours, he left. And who's kneeling right outside my door? It's her. Of course. Have you been there the whole time? I asked of her. Of course she had. For the love of, we need to talk. So I brought her in and sat her down at the desk. What is this? You're driving me insane. I don't have the time to be babysitting you constantly, I said. I wasn't angry, just annoyed. But she looked all the same. For the moment, I was worried she was going to start crying. Instead, she turned her head away. Do you hate me? She asked. Women, why would they be so damn emotional? I reminded myself that I was talking to a female. I needed to approach this differently. Look, I said, you're very pretty. I appreciate that you're trying. So no, of course I do not hate you. She looked back at me, seeming like she was holding back tears. Then why don't you need me for anything? Is there nothing I can do for you? No, not unless you can help me study the classics. She looked down. Right now, nothing is more important to me than passing the civil service exam. Can you even read? A little, she said. A little isn't enough, I replied. What if I sat in on your lessons? I could learn more. I'd be quiet, of course, please. I was about to say no. Then I changed my mind and agreed when I heard her next line. At least give me a chance to earn your approval, please. Wow. 13th day. Okay. Okay, I think this is a new one. Wait, is it a new one? No, that's not new. That's not new. I remember reading that one before. At least I think I remember reading it before. You know, I'll actually read through it a bit and see. Yeah, I've already read this one. The new girl. Dearest Mother, it seems as though there will be a new girl in the family. I don't really understand the details, but her name is the Pale Bride, and it seems as though she's a 13-year-old girl who had been kept inside a giant egg through some sort of magical technology. I passed through the Kim family over the generations. As I said, I don't understand how such a thing is possible, but she seems nice enough. Young-suk seems quite annoyed at her arrival. However, he explained to me the plans to offer her as a concubine to the Emperor. She's young and beautiful, and she's still without a son, so it'll probably go a long way in currying favor. And that's bad? I asked him. Not strictly, he admitted. But it means father doesn't have much faith in me. If he's making contingency plans that don't require my involvement, now I'll never know if my success was on my own merit, or because the Emperor thinks the girl he'll give him is cute. Did you even tell him your plan of working your way to becoming High Magistrate? If he knows that, how can he think of a contingency plan? Think a contingency is necessary, I asked. Good question, he said, and left the room looking annoyed. To this date, these worries of his still seem to plague him, and I can't seem to do anything to relieve him of that. Back to the home. Speak with Hyun-ae. Yes. Okay. I'm guessing I missed something. I'm gonna go back to block 9. See which one I haven't shown to her. Maybe I won't find it in block 9. Maybe I have to go back to the block index. I'll go back to block 5. It's not a month of good fortune. I know that. No, I don't want to. Ooh. Okay, this one. The Pale Bride did keep an extensive diary. I'll try to find you some more entries. Why, thank you very much. And just for the sake of checking. This one's new. The Pale Bride. Dear Diary, today I was forced to stay in the home all day. I didn't get to leave yesterday. Or the day before that. Or the day before that. Or the day before that. Or any other day either. I want to write about how much the ship has changed since I was put into stasis, but I can't even see it. I keep asking why I'm being kept a prisoner. No one will tell me. That woman who keeps bossing me around. She's awful. I'm dying here. I keep telling her I'm sick. That's why I was put into stasis to begin with. But she won't listen. She just treats me like I'm a stupid kid. I tried to argue with her. Look at how pale I am. Can't you see that I'm sick? I swear, I'm not making up what she said in response. Why must you be so rude? It's not polite for a girl to boast about her beauty. Beauty? I tried not to cry in front of her. I had to do that a lot. I'm not beautiful. I have a compromised immune system. I shouted at her and ran away. I don't remember what she said back. Something about using big words, I think. How stupid is she? She hates me. I don't know why, but she hates me. That's not why I'm not allowed to go to the ship plaza, though. Hyun-soo, the man who keeps telling me to call him father, said the same thing. He promised me that I would have a chance to leave soon, though. I don't think he was being nice, though. I'll write about him later, more later. Right now, I have to go to bed, or that woman will get mad again. I'll just let you keep reading. Please let me know when you've read all the ones I just gave you. Okay. That must mean there's something important in the rest of them. Women's quarters. Dear Diary, I got in trouble today, but for the first time, it was my own fault. A little bit, at least. I still think sister-in-law was being crazy about it, but I should have known better. Now that I write that it looks ridiculous, God, what is living with these people doing to me? The computer console in my room doesn't have anything in it. I don't just mean it. It doesn't have all the cartoons I brought from Earth, or any of my books or anything. I mean, there's literally nothing there for me to entertain myself with at all. Nothing. So I thought to myself that maybe sister-in-laws might be different and checked. It wasn't. So instead I decided to go check in Father's study, not snooping or anything, just looking on his computer for books. I had a thought that it might be as bad, but my real father never would have gotten too upset. What could the harm be? I was in there for maybe 10 minutes, looking for anything that was even written in Korean. There was nothing. By the way, every single book, symbols look like Chinese characters, every single one. I think maybe something terrible happened in the past that made all the computer data get deleted, and everyone forgot how to read Korean. And also, they all got really stupid about things. I don't think I'll ever find out why. It just sucks. Anyway, I was only in there for 10 minutes searching through the console when Young-suk walked in. I thought he was going to get angry, but actually, he just acted like he was really scared. He didn't scold me when he dragged me out, he just looked worried. I only got in trouble when he brought me back to his wife. He told her, "Do you have any idea where she was?" She was in the men's quarters, looking through Father's computer. She was in the men's quarters, looking through Father's computer. Do you have any idea how he would react if he saw that? You're supposed to be watching her. She apologized repeatedly to him. I just didn't know what to say. I don't think father-in-law did either. No, sister-in-law did either. After he left, she gave me this really long and really awful lecture. Why would you go in the men's quarters? Why would you go looking for books? Why must you be so unfilial? Do you really not understand that you're a girl? I told her I didn't understand. I mean, of course I'm a girl, but I had no idea what she was talking about when I told her that. She just lectured me more. I hate her so much. Before I read the message, I want to see if we have anything else by the Pale Bride. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm gonna read the thing now. So, there's probably one big question that's on your mind, isn't there? That isn't being addressed at all, right? What happened in between the Pale Bride being frozen and waking up that made the society go all wrong, right? Normally I wouldn't care. Actually, no, that's not true. I really want to know. I figured. I mean, it's the obvious question. Sorry, I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid the mystery is forever lost to time. I guess that's pretty anticlimactic. Sorry. I really want to know, too. Whatever terrible thing happened, it must have been really, really big. But I'm afraid all that log data from before the year I was wiped. All the clocks were reset. I guess that's why it's called year 1. Anyway, so nobody remembered what happened in between, or even how long it's been. It was hundreds of years, I assume, but I don't really know. So, yeah, really sorry to let you down there. That part's going to be a mystery forever. There's nobody who could possibly know. So you'll just have to take it as it's given. Sorry. Now, I don't believe that. Because you hid that message earlier that was sent by that mute AI. So I think that mute AI might know something about this. I don't know, I'm just not finding Hyun-ae